Peace. This is going to be a channel message for Sagittarius, Capricorn, Libra, Pisces, Scorpio, and Aries placements. This is for all planetary placements. So we have Capricorn that is going to highlight what all we will be discussing in this reading. So we have Capricorn energy that is ruled by Saturn. So we have something regarding karma here. All right. We have 7. That's Libra energy. Something karma balancing out and someone heading into a new direction. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be all good things or all bad things. It's just that whatever is happening or whatever will occur in your life is basically placing you in on a new path or in a new direction. Um, and wherever you're heading, it is a result of some sort of karma, whether that is karmic justice or karmic consequences. So someone may experience a road opening or road openers that may be significant, or blockages and restrictions. It just depends on whether or not you paid your dues. Okay, I'm picking it up. Paid your dues. Did you pay your dues or did you not pay your dues? All right. Um, Also, Saturn is about responsibility and accountability. So, are you someone who has taken responsibility for where you are at in life currently, or what all you have endured? Are you being held responsible for your um, your life as well? Saturn also resonates with the collective law and reality, right? So, are you someone who lives in accordance with the law, or are you someone who tends to go against the law, right? So, that's Aquarius Libra energy as well. So, Aquarius energy is ruled by Saturn as well, although it in the modern times they say that Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, or Uranus, however you want to say it, but Aquarius can be or has been ruled in the past by Saturn as well, Saturn energy. But with Aquarius energy, that is about rebellion, being rebellious, going against the grain, thinking outside of the box here, right? Um, and then Libra is law, okay, justice, balance as well. So when I say law, I mean the natural laws, spiritual laws, and things like that. If any spiritual laws have been broken, and you have assumed that responsibility, you will also assume what all comes with that. If you've lived in alignment with the spiritual laws, then you may experience it. You may experience some road openers here. All right. But we definitely have something about moving in a new direction and karma with the Capricorn energy. Also with Capricorn, that's the 10th house. So that's about authority, right? Mastery, achievements, okay, reputation, status, okay? How is what you have put out into the universe, how will that correspond to your reputation in this reality? Okay? How will your actions represent your status in this reality? Because like I said, Saturn rules the reality of things. Like it's the complete opposite of Pisces energy, which is ruled by Neptune, right? Because Pisces energy, that's when an energy is ruled by Neptune, okay, you can thrive in delusion, you can thrive in fantasies and illusions, right? But when Saturn energy is present, okay, you have to be forced to face the reality of life, or the reality of your responsibilities, right? And we all experience delays, shortcomings, and we all fall short in areas in our reality. You see, it's easy to fall victim of our delusions, but also to fall victim of our comfortability as well. All right, so on this card, it says reevaluate success. So someone may have been, or someone may have had an idea, although it could have been a delusional idea, but someone had an idea of what success meant to them or how they could obtain some sort of success that could have amplified their reputation or status. Okay, so that may be significant as well, where someone's having to reevaluate what they deem successful. They may have to reevaluate the idea or the impression that they have of success and what all that comes with, because with Saturn energy being present, especially with Capricorn energy here, okay, you have to be held in a high honor. Okay, held in a high honor. So if you are held in high honor and high respect and high regard, there are certain things that you have to be disciplined with. There are certain rules and laws you have to abide by. Now, again, you could have a rebellious nature or a rebellious spirit. However, you find that in your rebellious nature that there is still some sort of balance that is necessary, which is discipline, right? Discipline and obedience that comes with a certain level of success, especially when it comes down to your reputation. All right, so on the in the back of this deck here, we have karmic clearing. Like I said, 5 energy Leo. So we have someone who is clearing out karma, or someone is having to clear out karma. Now, if you are someone who has already paid your dues, you're going to be experiencing some road opening, what's the word that I want to use? You may experience like road opening events, right? Whatever that event may look like, or events. So I'm saying that this may be multiple pathways that may be offered or extended to you, having options here, but also for the people who haven't paid their dues, okay, the time is up. All right, I'm hearing the time is up to pay back your dues. All right, so we have this in this thing here. So we have someone standing in front of what appears to be their authoritative higher power, right? So whomever your higher power is, or whomever has authority over you, because Capricorn energy rules authority, right? Or it symbolizes authority. So whether someone has authority over you, or you give honor to a higher authority or a higher power, okay, it's giving that someone is going to their higher power with something here. All right, this, okay, so whomever this is for, someone has been pleased, or someone is pleased with your power, or pleased with how you have represented yourself, because again, this is Capricorn energy. Representation, reputation, right? Mastery as well, fame. So with 5 energy here, we have, that's the 5th house of Leo. So that is about celebrities, right? Being placed in the spotlight, being on the main stage, okay? Being the highlights of an event, right? So we have someone, and this is a collective message. So although I'm saying someone, this can be multiple individuals, okay, in one collective body. So 10th house rules fame, 5th house rules celebrity culture, okay? The main stage, being highlighted or placed in the spotlight here. So someone's higher up is pleased. Now, whether this is a physical higher up, but it's not giving higher physical higher up, to be honest, this is giving a higher spiritual power. So I'm going to go with that. All right. So someone's higher power is pleased with what they have mastered, what they have achieved, okay, how disciplined they have been, and the honor that they have displayed throughout whatever karmic experience that they had to endure. All right? Because we all go through karmic experiences. That's the point of us coming here, okay? This is a school for us to learn, okay? A school for us to learn how to navigate through certain levels of consciousness, right? Or levels of awareness. So someone's higher power is pleased, and because this higher power is pleased, this is going to place someone in a position where they may encounter some sort of fame. Okay, their reputation and status may go up. I'm also hearing someone's name being cleared here, but also someone may become some sort of celebrity or have ties and connections to celebrities that can assist with them gaining a higher reputation. Now, whomever these individuals that are in this collective group are, okay, they are seen in high honor. So whomever you are, you have been probably being watched and things like that. But someone is about to receive some sort of advancement in their career or advancement in their life path. I'm also getting quantum leaps. That's also Aquarius, Saturn, Uranus energy mixed and intertwined in one. That's why I kind of like Aquarius energy, because it can embody a multitude of different aspects or a multitude of different planetary energies, and it just so happens to be Saturn and Uranus, which is the complete opposite, right? Because Saturn is about limitations and restrictions and fears and things like that, things that prohibit you from growing and expanding, while Uranus is like going against the grain, being innovative, being creative, thinking outside of the box, not being within the constraints of a box. So that can represent duality as well, having the best of both worlds, being able to balance out the energies, which we have 7 Libra energy, balance, harmony, and peace. Okay, so you may be the type of person or the type of individual who knows how to juggle both, who can do both. Like, although you may be confined, although you may feel restricted, although you may have some sort of fears, it's like those same things may stimulate you to rebel, may stimulate you to think outside of the box or go outside of yourself or a certain system, right? But it's like you know how to do all of it well, and it works well for you. All right. But yeah, someone's higher up is pleased with their work here, their life's work. This higher up is pleased with how someone represents themselves. Okay, so this is more so like public image. Their higher ups like how they present themselves in the public eye. All right. I'm also saying something about maturity as well, because Saturn energy assists us with maturing, with growing, with obtaining higher levels of consciousness, awareness, and wisdom. Okay. Sagittarius energy is also significant here. Okay. Heavily significant here. All right. So you may have Sagittarius placements. But yeah, there is someone's higher up who likes how they display themselves or put themselves in the public eye. Okay. I'm also seeing that someone is proud of or someone is inspired by how someone moves, like how someone moves. So you may have a unique way of how you move, okay? That may resonate with someone here. All right? So, we have 7 energy, unplug from mass consciousness, okay? So, this is Aquarius energy as well, okay? Unplugging from consciousness. So, someone is needing to unplug from, I'm not going to say social media, but someone's needing to unplug from the storylines that are associated with social media. So a lot of people can often create belief systems around what circulates on social media, and it can distort how you may feel about people. And it just so happens to be maybe celebrity culture here, famous individuals, because we see a lot of storylines and narratives that are being painted on social media and going viral. But if unless you are closely related to those individuals, or unless you have like the actual inside scoop, or unless you have some sort of ties to these celebrities, you really don't know whether or not what is being circulated, what information is being circulated, is true or false, right? So that is something that we are encountering in today's time as well, especially in relation to social media, because people can put anything online and be believable. Anyone can put anything in a book and it be believable. You know what I'm saying? So again, unless you experience things for yourself, um, then I would say that you have to have your own individualistic mind when it comes to operating during the age of Aquarius. Because if not, you're going to be one of those people that's not going to know the difference between what's true and what's false, which that was projected to happen anyway. A lot of spiritualists have been speaking upon this, where there would be a day where everything will become blurred, everything will be mixed, everything, you wouldn't be able to tell. And they say it's the end times, quote quote, right? But what does that exactly personify? What does that exactly represent? Okay. But when it comes down to the people that you date, at in these times, you don't really know if you're dating a woman or a man. Okay. When it comes down to rumors, okay, you don't know what's true or false. When it comes down to anything that can exist, okay, you don't know for sure unless you experience it for yourself whether something or someone is true or false, right? So again, someone is having to from um detach from mass consciousness that may be projecting false belief systems onto you, right? Especially fear-based systems, okay? A lot of fear-based systems are being dismantled and updated, okay? So going from fear-based systems to healing systems, okay? That is what we are going to be transitioning into during the age of Aquarius, is because the star card is about healing in the tarot, right? Which is ruled by Aquarius energy. Okay, so during the age of Aquarius, we're going to be collectively healing. Okay, and if you have gone through your dark night of the soul, or if you've done shadow work, or if you've done anything regarding healing, you understand that healing is not a pretty thing to do. It's not all unicorns and pixie dust and shit. It gets ugly. All right, things are unpredictable. You get confused, you get lost. It's a lot that comes with healing. So during the age of Aquarius, although a lot of things will be dismantled, a lot of systems will be dismantled, and a lot of things will because we're going from chaos to order, okay? And those transitions don't just happen overnight, okay? So if we're leaving out of a space time of chaos, and we're entering into an era of order and peace, you have to understand that that transition is going to take some time, but also there's going to be a lot of disruption, destruction that is going to accompany us as we transition into this new era, okay? I.e., the age of Aquarius. And Aquarius energy, again, is about having your individualistic thoughts. If you do not own your individualistic thoughts, you're going to have a tough time transitioning during the age of Aquarius. But the thing is, you may have a challenge with this transit. However, you owe a debt. There's some karma you are going to have to clear, and it's not going to be easy. All right, it's going to be challenging, very difficult. That's Saturn energy as well, especially if you are about to walk into your Saturn return. If you are a part of the collective group that is about to start your Saturn return, you know, it's gonna be a challenge, okay? But any Saturn return, anytime anyone goes through their Saturn return, it's a challenge. But for you all, because of the transitions that are happening on a global scale, or on the main stage, or in just the collective conscious, okay, you're gonna have a time. But the thing about it is, if you surround yourself with the right community, because Aquarius energy is about community, you're gonna have, I'm not gonna say an easier transition, but at least you will have the support and assistance that is necessary to endure this transit. All right, so this card that was unplugged from mass consciousness, a lot of people are going to be moving away from societal influences, okay? Society's rules, society's law, right? And that can look like anything, okay? But whatever it is, you know, everyone's going to have like their unique way of living and coexisting, especially if they are part of a community, a tribe, or anything of that nature. Aquarius energy resonates with friendships as well. So we're going to see different forms of friendship, different ways of how to be a friend. And again, because we're moving away from societal norms, this is going to be like a culture shock to a lot of people, because it's like, okay, when it comes to community and friends, there was a certain standard, there was a certain box, there was a certain restriction, there were certain rules that that we perceivably had to abide by when it came down to being part of communities or having friendships. But we're slowly going to be moving or transitioning out of those societal norms and into a more freeing energy, right? So our friendships aren't going to be as restricted as I want to say daunting, or limited, or just feeling smothered as well. And not just where I'm also picking up on, like, marriages are going to be different, okay? How we do relationships are going to be different. How we do community is going to be completely different. And for those who are going to fall behind, because Aquarius energy is about advancement, 10th house energy of Capricorn is about advancement as well. So with those two energies combined, we can assume that there are going to be people that are already far ahead of what all this transit will consist of. Okay, you may be seeing examples of what all that can be. Okay, and for those people, you will experience backlash. You will have people going against you. You will have people talk about you. You will have people that are going to chastise you. But if you have an individualistic mind and you are catering to your friendships, okay, and what your friends need, catering to what your community needs, even if it goes against societal influences and norms, okay, you have to be willing to stand on that shit. All right, have the discipline, but also have the mental capacity and mental agility to be able to stand on it. Okay, without swaying or without going backwards. Okay, and during the age of Aquarius, cowardice is not going to be accepted. Okay, so it's not going to be you can play this side here and that side there. You can live this life here and live that. No, because everyone's going to be getting called out during the age of Aquarius. Okay, because Aquarius energy is very, very, very direct. Okay, Aquarius energy is very loving, but Aquarius, if you know Aquariuses, they tend to speak their mind in a very intellectual way. So they ain't gonna cuss you out, but they will have you considering yourself and your actions. And that's what the age of Aquarius is going to be revealing to us as well. So if you think you're going to come into someone's community or be friends with certain people and be on like that in and out energy or that fake fraud energy, or you playing both sides, that's not going to be accepted. You're going to be called out for it, or you're going to be dropped for it. Like, you know, this we not, that's not what we do over here. That's not how we apply ourselves over here. You will get dropped very, very easily in the age of Aquarius for being a fraud, okay, or for playing both sides. What else? A lot of people won't be living normal lives either. So the way we travel is going to be different. How we travel is going to be different. I said that I said this a couple of years ago, but I also said it in one of my more recent videos. But we're gonna have a lot of nomadic lifestyle, people who will be living nomadic lifestyles, okay, channeling a lot of moving and traveling, not being confined, okay, because like I said, Saturn restricts and limits us into a box, right? But Aquarius is more freeing energy and living outside of societal norms. So you're going to see a lot of people moving away from buying homes. A lot of people are not going to be buying homes anymore. Instead of buying like stable homes or homes that are like on a foundation somewhere on land, we're going to see more people having movable homes. All right, people living in trailers, people living in campers, people living in vans and things like that. All right, we're going to see more people doing that. Okay, and also we're going to start seeing more people traveling for work, right? So instead of being confined to their homes or confined to a building, we're going to see a lot of people traveling more so for work, whether by flight, by train, bus, whatever the case may be. But also, if you are an entrepreneur or you live an entrepreneurial lifestyle, you're going to be moving away from like, let's say you're an entrepreneur that works in a building. Instead of a building, you may have a mobile service, okay? Because everyone's gonna be on the move in some way, shape, or form. If you are being sat down during this time, it's because you haven't paid your dues and you haven't cleared some sort of karma, and you will not be able to channel movement until your debt is paid. All right. Something about the jails as well. I don't really want to tap too deep into it right now, because I don't care about being first. But there is definitely we're going to see an update in the jail systems and how people will operate in the system, but also how they're going to isolate people who have committed crimes. Okay, so that's going to be way different, or something will be exposed about how people who have committed crimes, how instead of maybe being isolated, how they can move about in some way, shape, or form. Okay, so that may come out. That may be a thing as well here, and that particular thing I'm hearing, that's going to go public, or that's going to be something that's going to be viral. What else? Also, a lot of people are ignoring their higher self. A lot of people are ignoring their intuition right now, and it's because some people may be plugged into a false sense of reality. Okay, there's a lot of people that are stuck in delusional land, okay, or in a delusional reality. All right. And especially for spiritualists, this can happen because spiritualists tend to move through different dimensions, different realities, different lifetimes, okay? And sometimes you can get stuck or trapped in a certain timeline, or on a certain timeline, or in a certain time zone, um, or in a certain lifetime, okay? And if that's what you're channeling, that's what you're channeling, okay? But it's good to unplug from what all or whatever that is, because if you are a spiritualist and you are very sensitive and you can pick up and tap into different records or different timelines or whatever the case may be, okay, you can get trapped or stuck in that timeline, because that's Saturn energy as well. And we have Saturn in Pisces, so we have a lot of people who are quantum leaping and doing all of these spiritual things, okay, and haven't been taught. Okay, they may have been initiated into it, but we don't have a lot of people who are teaching these things, all right? Teaching these things with honor and with integrity. Okay, I'll just say that we don't have a lot of people who are teaching with honor and integrity. Or for those who do have high honor and integrity, those people are often looked past. Okay, but for whatever reason, again, a lot of people are like, the timelines have sped up. A lot of things are advancing, and there is not enough assistance to initiate, or I wouldn't even say initiate, guide people through these transitions, especially in regard to their spirituality or their spiritual gifts. So again, people can often get trapped in certain timelines or in certain lifetimes, whatever it or what all they're picking up, and it can cause someone to be in a state of delusion to where they aren't able to ground themselves in this particular reality or in this particular lifetime. And that may be part of the new direction that you're needing to head into, is to disconnect from or detach from other realities or other timelines, especially if you have done your karmic clearing and your higher power is wanting you to move forward and expand. Okay, that may be something you have to let go of and detach from, because Aquarius energy is about detachment as well. Yeah. So we have we had 3 cards come out. So I'm gonna just walk this. So we have Dark Angel coming out, right? So we have someone is due for a blessing. Okay, I was saying something about road opener. So someone is due for a road opening experience or event, okay, that is coming with some sort of blessing here. Now, this may be tied to a truth in some way, shape, or form, because Aquarius energy is about truth. Okay, so there may be someone who is due for a blessing, okay, due to a truth maybe coming out here, okay, but in order to align with this energy, there is something that you must unplug from, disconnect from, and this is part of you severing a karmic tie and moving into a new direction here. All right, especially if you went through like a dark night of the soul, because dark night of the soul came out right after that. All right, so if you went through some sort of dark night of the soul that had you entrapped or binded to a certain timeline or reality, you're being called to clear that and cut the cord with that. Let it go, release it, and move on to a different timeline. Move into a new direction. Okay, now this can be for anyone. All right, anyone. If you are holding on to something from the past, if you're holding on to something from a past life, okay, or a past timeline, you're being called to let it go, detach from it, so that you can move forward in some way, shape, or form. Okay, now there are certain people who are holding on to the past, that may be holding on to the past and maybe healing from whatever that is or was, whether in this life or the last or previous life, that is prohibiting them from moving in a new direction here. But we also have another energy present where someone's not wanting to let go of the past because they fear what their reality would be like because they owe some sort of debt. So for those who owe a debt, like I said, there may be some sort of delays that are happening, or someone not wanting to let go of a certain event, situation, person, place, thing, okay, so that they, because they may fear, because Saturn is about fears as well, they may fear what their reality may look like or take shape of, okay, due to them having to repay some sort of debt. Now, on the opposing end, again, like I was saying, there are individuals who have done their karmic clearing, have paid their dues, have done their work, okay? And they're having a hard time stepping outside of what all that consisted of. All right? We have a lot of 7 energy, okay? We have 7 here, we have 7 here, and we have 7 here. 777 may be significant to you, okay? But 7 energy, Libra energy, is heavily significant. We have Libra here, 7, okay? The scales are wanting to balance out. They're going to balance out regardless. That is the whole purpose of the age of Aquarius as well. Like I said, a lot of chaotic energies, okay, conflicting issues are going to have to balance out in some way, shape, form, or capacity. All right, to restore the balance of our dwelling place here on Earth, right? Because we're moving towards a time where order is going to be law. Order is going to be the center of our reality. All right, so if you are the type of person who thrives in chaotic environments, you are going to have a tough time transitioning into this new world that is coming, that is taking shape, okay, or formulating. So we have El Moria coming out, okay, removing blocks, okay. Again, someone is having to remove, or some blockages are being removed, whether again you're on the side of having to pay back a karmic debt, or someone who has already paid their dues and is needing to move forward, okay. But for whatever reason, whatever is blocking or preventing this balance from happening is now being removed here. All right, someone is also receiving some sort of clarity here. Also, we have a group of individuals that are starting to understand, understand, and overstand their sacred divine powers, their spiritual gifts more. Okay. And you know, with this generation and the generations before, okay, a lot of people have struggled with their spiritual gifts because oftentimes it has been labeled a disorder or a disability. All right. And again, we don't have enough elders, we don't have enough ancient souls or divine beings, whatever you want to call it, but we don't have enough elders to assist with the advancement of humanity. However, during the age of Aquarius, we will. And if you follow a lot of spiritualists, or you're tapped in or tuned in into the higher consciousness or higher frequency, you understand that a lot of people are going to be initiated into becoming some sort of spiritual leader. Why? Because we are advancing at a high rate or at a high speed, okay, and we're needing some assistance in the spiritual community. Okay, we're needing a lot of assistance in the spiritual community, so we're going to need more spiritual teachers, more ascended masters that is going to be placed in a position of leadership and authority to be able to guide a lot of these new souls, to guide a lot of wandering souls, to guide a lot of lost souls. And please understand that with this leadership position, you have to have a specific mental capacity for it, emotional capacity, spiritual capacity, physical capacity, because it is going to be a heavy load. Okay, it is going to be a heavy load. This job is not for everyone. Okay, and people have been being watched and for a while to see whether or not they fit the job description. Okay, because we're needing a lot of help in the spiritual community. You know, we're needing a lot of healing. Okay, a lot of healing. El Moria is about, or can resonate. Well, this card can symbolize spiritual authority. Like I was saying, a lot of people will be recognized and also gifted the spiritual authority to lead a group of individuals. All right, I'm gonna switch decks for a second. I want to try to keep this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna come back for part 2.